So this boat's been from a long way out on the horizon we first saw it. It's been tracking right on collision course for the last 10-15 minutes. It's getting closer and closer. I don't like it actually, I really don't like it. They're definitely chasing us. They're definitely in pursuit.
That is bloody scary because Yona and Rob have been shipwrecked, they were robbed, and now they get pirates.
So we had a new old asymmetric spinnaker here. This was one of Rob's that was on his boat that is now wrecked, shipwrecked, gone, and Rob has brought it on board here for us to potentially keep. He's offered it to us at no charge. I guess that's just a thank you, Rob, for joining us, I guess. Yes, thank you, Rob, says Rob. We're just wondering if we need it. I'm not sure we do need it. We do have a couple of spinnakers, asymmetrical spinnakers, but we're going to give it a whirl now and see first of all if it fits and then go from there. Otherwise we might try and sell it on behalf. Okay, let's go.
Yona, I know you're feeling a lot better because you're cooking.
Yeah. I think it's the guacamole I eat in the morning.
And so what are you making for us?
I make rice pudding and some meat and some vegetable. Yeah.
Nice.
When I crossed the Atlantic, it's 15 days sick, but now I feel good.
What is it?
Little skip track, send it back.
Send him back.
Yep, oh, come on. Oh, mate.
Goodbye, mister.
Oh, well, up to the
What do you think, Rob?
Very good. I have to say it's good, you know. Yona's food is always good.
Oh yeah, that's good. It's good, eh?
That's very good.
It's the first time I cook now with the body movements.
Oh really?
Yeah, because normally it's difficult. Normally I make half and Irina and Robert finish.
So our boat, the galley's downstairs and Yona would go downstairs and you get more motion down there and maybe a little bit of claustrophobia, I suppose. Where here you can see out, you can see the horizon. It's really stable. Well done, Suda.
Yes. Give us the recipe later. Thank you. Cheers.
Welcome back aboard. This week our sailing journey takes us out of Brazil and into French territory as we leave behind the vast, fast-flowing, sediment-laden, chocolate-coloured waters flowing from the mouth of the Amazon and set sail towards Cayenne in French Guyana. If you're new here, for the past week we've been cruising with two families on board, ourselves and the Silver family, Rob, Yona and Irina. If you watched last week's episode, you'll know their sailing catamaran Arco Iris was shipwrecked in the river system of Ilha dos Lençóis. After escaping the island with little more than the clothes they were wearing, they've joined us as crew, leaving Brazil behind and beginning the long road forward. How do you feel about leaving Brazil?
Bittersweet. We've loved it here. Really, really loved Brazil. Not the easiest place in the world for sailing, but really spectacular. But it's good to move on. Good to move on.
On paper, this should be a straightforward 4-day offshore passage. But sailing the north coast of Brazil has taught us one thing. Nothing here is ever simple.
We just jibed the main.
Did we have any problems when we did that?
Topping lift got caught, and so I had to be a bit of a hero and rescue it.
With only a handful of miles to go before crossing the Brazil-French border, just as dusk began to fall, we noticed a boat off our port bow. It was making a direct line toward us, deliberate, persistent, and impossible to ignore.
So this boat's been, from the long way out on the horizon we first saw it, it's been tracking right on collision course for the last 10-15 minutes. It's getting closer and closer. I don't like it actually, I really don't like it. It just doesn't feel right. I don't know what it is. And I guess in particular because back in Lynn's Choice, where the fishing boat, very similar looking fishing boat to that, attacked one of the boats in the anchorage.
Just what we and our already shipwrecked crew needed to round off what had already been a challenging and eventful month.
And I don't know, there's something about this just makes me, I don't know. So I'm thinking, let's throw up Rolly, put the sail down, it's a bit smaller than Rolly, put Rolly up and try and pick up the pace. Then it looks like we're trying to get away from him too, kind of looking dodgy, doesn't it? Should we just be cool? I don't know. Doesn't look good. Well, I think we're going ever so fractionally faster than them though. Slightly, so close. We're getting closer, okay. That's it for me. So that was a well-oiled machine. I thought it was very. How long was that down for? About a minute. And it was on again. That's good. That's a good job. Are we going any faster? I'm not sure.
No, I think we are.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Are our people getting closer?
Yes, they are. Yep. They'd be about 1 kilometre away now.
I'd almost say less.
Even less than that. Actually, probably 700-800 metres.
That.
Yeah.
8 knots, 9 knots.
Yeah, 8-9 knots.
We're going quicker. Yeah.
Being approached by unfamiliar boats while on passage is nothing new to us. While crossing the Indian Ocean, we shared a genuinely warm encounter with Sri Lankan fishermen, exchanging goods and conversation.
And that was a really nice interaction. Didn't know when they were charging over this way what was going to happen, but that was the best interaction you could have at sea. Very nice. Lovely.
A reminder that most interactions at sea are friendly and well-intentioned. Unfortunately, last month in the Mozambique Channel, the same waters where we were sailing this time last year, a Mayday distress call led to the discovery of a drifting yacht with 2 deceased sailors on board.
It was the trip of a lifetime that's turned to tragedy. A seasoned South Australian sailor and her French companion presumed dead in mysterious circumstances off the coast of Madagascar.
They were on their last stretch back down the Mozambique Channel, headed for Durban. But on Thursday, their yacht issued a distress signal. Families say it was found still sailing, but with no signs of life on board.
The circumstances surrounding their deaths remain under international investigation. A stark reminder that caution and awareness matter when sailing remote waters.
Barco de pesca, é isso?
No reply. Oh, I feel they've got the wood on them slightly, you know. They've just turned to starboard slightly, and as a result, they're moving back on the horizon ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. Oh, they've just straightened up again. Oh, it's really close. No, they've veered away again. Okay. I don't know what the heck. It's very odd. Very odd. It doesn't feel like the Sri Lankans from back in the
No, I don't
ocean.
feel good about it.
No.
And we're so close to the border, maybe they want to get us before we cross
Before we get into France.
France.
I don't know, I'm just waiting to reconnect onto Starlink. And we might even start a live video on YouTube. So, hey everyone, just so you know, we've got a boat coming up and I don't know, just the feeling, oh here it is, just gone live. So those who've just signed on, just come on live, we are being chased by a fishing vessel. We don't know what their intention is. We've tried to call them on VHF radio. We've had no response at all. It has held, it's maintained its course, getting closer and closer to us. Actually, they've just done a turn to starboard. Wouldn't you believe it? Now they're going to track behind us. They have just this second. Look at that.
They just needed to see the whites of our eyes.
Maybe they follow our YouTube channel and are seeing that we've gone live. That is crazy. Oh no, they're turning back again. Okay, they're going back to port again. Wow. Okay, that is a little bit unnerving. You can hear the engines now. Yeah, no, they're coming back on course to us again. They're definitely trying to get to us, eh? What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you reckon, mate?
Not happy.
So the rules.
I can see guys on board.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to get some flares handy?
Oh yeah, good, please.
Yeah, and you got it? Buckets?
Are they rocket flares though?
Yeah, the rockets.
So get the flares ready. These guys are definitely in pursuit of us.
I think they're slower.
Yeah, I think we're just slightly faster, aren't we? But they're definitely in pursuit. Why would they want to pursue us? I'll show you our sail setup. We've got the main up. Unfortunately, got a reef in the main. I wish we had the full main. We've got Rolly, our Rolly tasker sail there, doing the job. The sun is close to setting. So watch the space, guys. We don't know if these guys are pirates or what. We're very anxious about it though. We feel, you know, we've had situations before where boats have approached us. About, you know, always conscious that, well, this could be something to be worried about, but we've always gone, oh no, that's all right. These guys, mate, they have definitely, the way they've turned now and trying to follow us, trying to chase us. They might actually be hoping that the wind drops out. But actually I think we've got the water on the May at the moment. What the friggin' Nora. They've got a little sail up too. Does anyone know what this boat is? This is so dodgy. We've just left the Amazon yesterday, where some of you may know Sir Peter Blake was murdered. Good to know. That's our position right there for the record. Right now. That's where we are on the ocean off the coast of North Brazil. We're heading to French Guyana. Anyway, we're going well, 8 knots, it's good speed, 9 knots. Ticking along.
Might I add, this fishing vessel is looking pretty light on fishing gear. Usually when you see them, they have the nets and flags and buoys all setting up the back of the boat. These guys have nothing.
Yeah.
You go to the back?
You know, the fishing boats usually have all the fishing gear at the back of the boat.
Yeah, no fishing gear at all.
These guys have nothing.
This is so dodge.
Go, flip the camera out shot.
We seem to be faster. As long as the wind don't drop out, they can't catch us, hopefully. They're certainly following us, following our every move. Right behind us now.
They are hot in pursuit. They're going flat out.
I was just saying that what if they follow us until the wind drops?
Yeah, that's the thing, the wind could drop tonight.
Yeah.
This is a little bit unnerving actually, I have to say. Oh, they're turning. Oh, they're turning. Rob has got a rope here. What you got that rope there for, Rob?
That's to wrap around the prop. It's a bit close to us. Once it wraps around the prop, come in free, then we just start it. Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
No, they're still pursuing us, eh? Yeah, okay, they're on their way. Yes. Yep, they're turning away. They could easily come back, yeah. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about, but given what happened several days ago,
Really glad that we chucked Rolly up because we had a much smaller spinnaker out before.
yeah,
And they were going faster than us.
They were.
We had that other spinnaker up.
yeah.
Yeah, now they're going.
Yeah. Phew! Okay,
We were faster, hooray!
we won the race! It was actually a race. There was no ill intent. It was just a race.
A fishing boat with no fishing gear is a bit...
Yeah, no fishing gear, eh? Yeah,
I can't see any nets on board.
yeah.
There's no flag. Just men watching us, watching them.
Crazy.
Watching me!
watching you. Bum, bum, bum. Sweet Caroline.
Our Rolly Tasker Spinnaker did the job.
Saved our life. Can you imagine it?
Thank you, Rolly.
Can you imagine that these guys have been shipwrecked and robbed?
Oh yes.
And then they get pirates come attack.
Yona, Irina.
I think we're safe. They're going. They're leaving. They're getting further away. Bye bye, pirates. So this boat was over on our port side, came behind us, and is now seeming to rest over there on our starboard side. Maybe they're waiting for the wind to drop out so they can come back at us. Looks like a fishing boat, but with no fishing gear on board, which makes it very suspect. We're very close to the Brazil-French Guyana border. Anyway, it doesn't feel good. There's not a lot we can do. We haven't got anything on board that they'd want, which I think is drugs. We don't have any of that, those kind of things, unless they want some paracetamol and some antibiotics, which we are only too happy to share. But that is bloody scary because Yona and Rob have been shipwrecked, they were robbed, and now they get pirates. We decided to not turn our sail lights on, our navigation lights. Our friends are still out to our starboard side, we can see their lights, but we're just gonna run dark for a bit. So we've got 5 miles to the French border. Whether it's safer there, I don't know, but we just, yeah, we're not gonna let them know where we are. There's virtually no moon out tonight, just a slither. So we'll just carry on as we are, making good time, and hope that our friends go away at some point. It wasn't until we reached French Guyana and showed a photo of the boat to local fishermen that we were told just how serious that encounter may have been. They warned us that these were pirates associated with smuggling and contraband, and told us we were fortunate it didn't escalate further. Luckily, we crossed the border into France without any further incident, but plenty of reasons to celebrate.
We are in France!
Woohoo! Fantastic! Baguettes in the morning!
It is so good to be back in the motherland.
Ah, ooh la la!
Ah, ooh la la!
Charles de Gaulle.
It is so good.
Did you think you'd be crossing into France by sea?
Yes, I knew it was always on the cards.
Yay! Brazil has been brutal at times, but it's also been unforgettable in the very best way. We would never suggest not sailing this coastline. It is extraordinary and absolutely worth the effort. Just travel informed, stay alert, and be prepared.
So we had timed this pretty well actually. Low tide was at 1:15 this morning. It is now 1:45. We'll just be getting a little bit of the flow in with the start of the incoming current. We have got an amazing runway of lights here as we've entered, beautifully laid out, very French, very European. The green and the red, green, red. The difference being is the green is on our port side, the red is on our starboard side. We're used to the opposite way round. We've got another hour, at least hour and a half, before we actually get to hit the pit. Drop the pick and hit the pit, people. And then tomorrow, baguette! 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 Oh.